Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 77. Bank of America pilots Ripple Tech, Binance listing Algorand and Zcash, and what is ETHplode? For those of you that don't know, it's ETHplode. Right, and we're gonna talk about that today. Now, guys, happy Thursday night, I guess. Almost weekends here, right? Again, so I hope you're having a great week. Something to look forward to is the weekend for sure. Anyways, if you are catching this stream live, welcome. And if you are catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please comment below. And if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. Now, if you want to keep on chatting with us, once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description, as are the links to all the articles that we talk about during the stream. Alright, so let's get on to the news, right? Before I jump into the news, let's jump into the news and then I'll do that other part. Anyways, Russia will not have a crypto ruble. That's what they're stating. Now, Russia stated that they will not be making a digital currency, and I guess that's fine, Now, onto the article that we're going to cover today for the main cryptosphere. The government of Venezuela is making a strong push to further legitimize the country's state-backed cryptocurrency, the petro, in a sense to basically they want to end their dependence to the US dollar, right? President Nicolas Maduro announced during a state broadcast that he will soon create several government funds denominated in petros as a way to encourage economic development. Additional resources will also be granted to administrative division of each state in petros. Now he says, I am assigning 1 million bi-monthly petros as of November to all the states and the protectorates through the corporations that we're going to create as an investment modality for their free use in their attention of priorities, right? Now, in concrete terms, this means my compatriots that we are going to assign between 1,354,000 euros and 3,249,600 euros to governments and protectorates. Now, that announcement follows Maduro's acknowledgement that his government owns an undisclosed amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum as part of the international reserves, and that he plans to develop a mechanism to pay debts and charge for services using crypto to bypass US sanctions. Now, during his speech, Maduro announced the creation of several other petro funds for agricultural and industrial development, as well as the procurement of supplies and raw materials that cannot be acquired through traditional means due to the blockade on the country's accounts. Now, these funds include a stash of 1 million petros devoted to agricultural development, more than 600,000 petros for industrial inputs and machinery, 4 million petros for the telecommunications sectors, the equivalent of 9 million euros in petros for 70 national roadworks projects, and 2 million worth of petros for a joint fund with China. Now, Maduro says that these funds will be backed by fiat, such as the US or the dollar or the euro, right? Anyways, that's the only article I have for the main cryptosphere. I don't have an article for Bitcoin, so I'm gonna do the chart for the analysis for the main cryptosphere, and then I'll jump into the chart for Bitcoin, and then after that I'll do Ethereum, and then Ethereum chart, and then Ripple chart, and then I don't have any news for Litecoin, but we're gonna talk about ETHplode, and then after that we'll do Binance, right? Anyways, so let's get on to the charts right now. What is going on with the market? Well, yesterday gained a little bit of dominance, right? 1.54% up, basically closing at 212.68 billion. Right now sitting at 213.02 billion, making 0.16% up on market cap. That is pretty good, 5 people tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I appreciate that you're here on a Thursday night. What's going on with Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance yesterday dropped 0.55% from an opening of 68.71 to 68.32%. Right now, it's gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.11%. This is good. This drop means alts probably took in money, right? Or not money, but gain dominance. Anyways, like I said, I don't have any news for Bitcoin, so I'm going to jump straight into the chart. What is happening with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin today going up in price yesterday, right? Today just started 2 hours ago. Again, this closes at 7 p.m. Central again. So again, it's like 00 UTC, right? When the crypto market changes day. So what's happening on the micro picture, right? We're higher low than here, so we're not developing anything yet on this area, right? We're still making less positive momentum. Starting to get that contraction of the Bollinger Band still. They started to expand a little bit, but not too much. Sitting below the 8,437. Where are we sitting at right now on Bitcoin? Well, sitting at $8,092 right now. Sitting low on the RSI at 38.46. Again, you can have you're sitting sold on that scale, so you can go either up or down, right? And that is pretty cool. Sorry, I have to close. I will close the Telegram. I do have it open. Snap is running in the background. I don't want to have the noises popping up, so how do I close this for good, man? Sorry guys, 1 second. I guess I have to quit. There we go. And I'm also gonna shut down the Discord. Anyways, like I was saying, dude, sitting sold but not oversold on that scale. Again, you have potential to run to the upside. I'm not sure if you're gonna get it. We're still within this downsloping triangle that we traced, and we are failing to get higher prices, right? So at some point in time, we're probably gonna end up getting all the supply around this area, and we might drop to the downside if we fail to break above the 200 MA. Now, we haven't looked at the 200 MA in a while because we're still below it. I'll just put it up real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That's the 200 MA, right? This orange line. It looks really weird in the chart because of the Bollinger Band's having a lot of expansion, so I would have to do this for you guys to be able to see it a little bit better. Now, the 200 MA, we're far from it, right? The 200 MA right now, it's sitting at like $8,800. We really need to pump, $8,799. So we really have to pump up hard to get there, and I'm not sure whether Bitcoin has it in it right now to get above that 200 MA. So let's go back and look at that 20 MA, right? So what is going on when we look at 20 MA? We are still below that 20 MA, right? Found to get above it. Let's look at a more micro scale, right? And then try to figure out what is going on. Let's go to the 4 hours. In the 4 hours, what do we have going on? Well, here, nothing. Ignore these lines. They are from the 1 hour chart. They do show up in the 4 hours. Trying to get rid of them still. We are touching that 20 MA on the 4 hours and rejecting it, not looking very bullish. Again, starting to make a little bit of positive momentum, but not too strong, and that's fine. This is high, right? This is low, so we're going from high to low on that positive momentum, and same thing happening with the RSI. So again, there's nothing much going on here, right? We are making higher price in this immediate lower prices, right? So again, nothing on the top, nothing on the RSI, sitting neutral on the RSI at 44.65. That's it for Bitcoin on the 4 hours. Well, expansion of the Bollinger Bands is still there. I just forgot to mention that part. Anyways, let's see what is happening with the 1 hour chart, right? So Bitcoin on the 1 hour, man. Why are we pumping, dude? Well, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about it yesterday on the stream. We were sitting around here when the stream was going on. It was this green candle. I'm not sure if it was green or red when we were talking about it. But I think we closed it, and then we came back at 10, and we said, look, man, what we need for this to happen is maybe go down here on a low, create divergence, and pump to the upside. And guess what we got today? Precisely that, right? We ended up making up a divergence at like 11 p.m. Then we saw that nice pump to the upside. Then we kind of stalled a little bit, created some bearish divergence, right? Around 11 a.m. It was slanted divergence. And guess what, man? Right now, guess what we're doing, man? Well, guess what we did? You know, you can even go from here to there, or even from this point to here. It will still be like a continuation. And look at this, man. You're still making bearish divergence again. So potential price action to the downside on Bitcoin. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be, but I guess we could believe that it's incoming, right? It's not stopping a wealth from coming in and like raising the price, buying a lot of Bitcoin, and certainly driving that price up. But right now, it would seem that we should expect to see some price action to the downside. We have touched that 20 MA and we have bounced off it. However, we did not bounce off it violently, though. I do like that when we broke above this 20 MA, right? We said we were probably going to test it again. We tested it. And then on the next candle, we kind of broke it, right? The next two candles broke it. And then we pumped with strength, and that's good. Anyways, right now we can see that the MACD line, it's getting close to that signal line. We might get a crossover and create negative momentum, and we might get another drop on price. I'm not really looking forward to that, but it's certainly a possibility. Are we doing something here? Well, no. Low, higher low, right? Going the same with the RSI. And you don't have that divergence playing out on the RSI. You're still making higher relative strength with each pump that you've made. So again, this might not play out strongly, right? Because you only have it on one of the two indicators. Anyways, that's it for Bitcoin. So what would I expect right now? I would expect for it to like go down a little bit. I'm not sure if you're gonna go down here again. If you do, you don't have anything negative here to make divergence. So if you wanted to make some divergence from here, right, from this island, you would definitely have to drop to this level. And if you drop to that level, you're probably gonna make a lot more negative momentum. So again, you're probably gonna negate it, right? So right now, I would be looking short term, going down, maybe touching that 20 MA again, and try to see if we can hold it. And if not, well, we know what we can expect, right? We talked about it. Breaking down, maybe touching that the lower part of the triangle. If we break below that, maybe touching that 7,500. Otherwise, you know, we could still like range a little bit more. Like we talked about yesterday, we are ranging. So let's wait and see what else we end up developing, right? So Bitcoin, I didn't touch on this chart, and I just want to touch real quick. We are still within that 50% and 75%, right, of that upsloping of the equidistant channel. We are still more or less within an upsloping trend. I can always adjust this a little bit more, and there we go, right? We're still in the upsloping trend. And in the other chart, where are we, man? Well, we're still like retracing a little bit. We touched that retrace, and then we just bounced off it, right? So what are we doing, man? Well, we are still within this falling wedge structure that we called, right? This bullish by nature. So again, potential to break to the upside. Anyways, we have not hit that measure move from this triangle, right? If it is to be a valid structure, we should expect to hit a measure move, or at least halfway through a measure move. We have not hit halfway through there again. So again, we could still drop maybe to this 618, right? Which would be 7,225. And then maybe from there, we can actually bounce. And we'll see, right? We can still do a deep retrace and hit that 786. However, if we do that, it could still be slowly, right, and keep on funneling down through this falling wedge before we actually break to the upside. If we break to the upside, it would be a measure move, which I have here, and it would depend on where we break, where we'll place it, and then again, we would expect to probably hit that measure move. Right now, just moving sideways. This down falling wedge could get negated, right? It could certainly become a channel if Bitcoin just keeps on ranging for a while, right? So again, just keep that in mind as you trade. That's it for Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. And then after Ethereum, we'll move to Ripple. And then after Ripple, we'll move to ETHplode. Now, Eric Bonfeld, a tech entrepreneur, right? Is a tech entrepreneur. He discovered that independent projects were less likely to be funded compared to those that work within Hollywood studio system. So he started Leveler Media, a platform for independent and creative professionals. Their first product is basically a digital investment platform, and it will be launched within the next 6 to 12 months, according to Bonfeld. The platform plans to solicit submissions from creators all over the world, basically to return diversity to storytelling. Hollywood's old guard is represented at Leveler Media by advisor Marty Katz, a former executive vice president at Disney. Now, the platform functions is simple. Creators can upload their project details and terms and conditions for investment onto the platform, and machine learning software will match them with investors, which is pretty cool. Now, Bonfeld said blockchain and tokenization was a perfect perspective for to look at these independent projects and help creators get funding. Now, the Ethereum blockchain will be used to fashion smart contracts where invested funds are held in escrow on Paxos. Again, Paxos is a very respectable place, right? They came out with their Paxos Gold, their Paxos Dollar, backing the gold with actual gold reserves in London bank vault. So again, it's pretty good, right? Anyways, each project has a unique token based on the terms and conditions specified by the creators where they would upload the project. That's pretty sweet. Now let's look at the Ethereum chart. What is happening with Ethereum on the daily? Well, yesterday, basically, I think it lost. It says 0. So yesterday we didn't lose or gain dominance. Right now, losing a little bit of dominance, 0.33%. Again, not the strongest for Ethereum, sitting at 8.99, dropping below at 9%. Again, not the best. But the day just started 2 hours ago, so again, we can make up that value. Now, what's happening with Ethereum? Well, Ethereum is certainly still within this more major downtrend, however, still within this upsloping channel that we traced. That is good, you know. We kind of touched it, bounced off it, then we rejected that 20 MA, and now we just started this new day. Let's see what this brings on the daily. Are we doing something? Well, no, man. Low, higher low, so again, making a less negative momentum, so you're going with the market on the top and on the bottom. So again, you could say that you're within this range. Also, right, if we were to converge these two lines, sorry, I'm trying to adjust this real quick. There we go. Right, you would see that we would be sort of making a symmetrical triangle that we could still be within. And again, that is a valid place to be for Ethereum. 7 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate that you are tuning in for this show. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. If you're a regular, do say hi in the chat. I haven't seen anyone type. The whole purpose of us having a live stream is that you can also type and engage with me, and we can discuss things that you might not know, points that you want to make, etc. So if you want to talk about something, do certainly toss it up and we'll discuss it. Anyways, things that I'm looking at, right? So again, that's it. Sitting below 20 MA, starting to get contraction on the Bollinger Bands, making negative momentum right now, and sitting neutral on the RSI at 45.87. That's it for the daily. I'm not looking at anything else except for that triangle pattern or that upsloping channel that we are inside of, right? So what is happening on the 4 hours? On the 4 hours, we are still sitting below 20 MA with some expansion of the Bollinger Bands, making a little bit of positive momentum. Anyways, this is definitely lower than this, so again, you're just going with the market on top. On the bottom part, you created some bullish divergence, right? Pump you to the upside, just like Bitcoin did. So again, it played out, hit that 20 MA, and got rejected, just like Bitcoin did, man. Anonymous user, China-Russia connection, Tether massive, transfers from Binance, Huobi, vice versa, same time during backed. What are the odds? Or a deeper dig thoughts? Dude, so can you type out your question a little bit more readable? I'm struggling right now to actually figure out what you want me to comment on. So there's some massive transfers from Binance to Huobi and vice versa, right? So back and forth. So same time during backed. I'm not sure what you're talking about, like same time during backed. So what are the odds? Like, if you type it out a little bit better, I might be able to get through the question and definitely address it. So I do want to actually talk about that. So if you put it out there, I'll certainly look at it. So what's going on, right? So on the RSI, low, higher low. Again, on the bottom part, you're not doing anything. On the top part, you're not doing anything. You're just flowing with the market after that bullish divergence that you made. It played out, right? Price action to the upside, rejected by a 20 MA. That's it, not much. Again, if we're failing, right, to get above that 20 MA, I would expect for us to come back, touch this bottom part of the channel. If we break it, then we have this mid part of the channel right here. And after that, we can see where we will go, right? That's it for Ethereum. Let's go look at the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, you are above that 20 MA, right? Starting to make negative momentum. Why? Well, probably from here to here. No, from here to here, right? You kind of have slant divergence from here to here, right? You're going higher, and from here to here, you're going slow. You're going snap. I didn't get that line. There we go. You're certainly going lower, so that's what's breaking you down, right? On the bottom part, are you doing something? Well, no, you had that divergence, right? From here to here, you kind of had divergence. It got negated by this candle. I said it wasn't going to play out strongly. You moved to the upside, touched that 20 MA. Broke down below, but guess what? From here to here to this low, you did create divergences from here to here. You're going from a higher negative on that negative divergence to 0, which puts you to the upside just like Bitcoin did. Anyways, where are you sitting on the RSI? You're sitting at like 51.91, which puts you on that neutral zone, and that positive momentum is about to die out, and you might start making negative momentum on Ethereum. That's it for Ethereum. Nothing else going on that I can see short term, except that we are still within that triangle. We had that divergence that played out nicely, right? We got some nice recovery, at least from 172 all the way to 179. So around $7 gain, right? If you kind of play this out. What else? Let's go look at Ripple. Bank of America has quietly tested out Ripple distributed ledger technology and maybe planning to do more with it. That's what the article states. Now, the article is very short, so again, not much I could redact from it. Ripple went so far as to identify Bank of America as a customer in a presentation given at a seminar held by the International Monetary Fund last year. When asked about this, a Ripple spokesperson would neither confirm nor deny Bank of America was a customer, but said the companies had conducted a pilot together. Now, Bank of America has been part of Ripple's global payment steering group since 2016 and did a pilot with them. Now, the spokesperson would not provide any further details about the pilot, which was not previously reported. Bank of America declined to comment. One more sign Bank of America is warming up to the sector is a job opening that they posted that we talked about in an earlier article for a product manager who would lend a team for a Ripple project. If I have time after the stream is done, I'll definitely go up and post it up here on the corner. Now, the project was described as a decentralized ledger technology-based solutions to cross-border payments market to GTS, which is like Global Transaction Services, a division of Bank of America that works with treasury departments of large companies and financial institutions. So let's go look at Ripple and figure out what Ripple is doing. Ripple, yesterday losing dominance, 0.63% right now, losing a little bit more, 0.40, sitting at 6%, right, 6.03%. Oh, sorry, this is the daily, man. I was looking at the 1 hour, sorry. Yesterday, gaining dominance nicely, bro. That is pretty sweet. Gaining 4.79 again. Ethereum lost. Certainly, Bitcoin lost dominance. And who gained it? Ethereum, man. Oh, sorry, Ripple. Why is Ripple gaining dominance? Well, we do have that soil band. So again, there's a lot more interest going on for Ripple right now. So Ripple gaining dominance, 4.79% right now, going down 1.49%, sitting at 6.03% of market cap. That is pretty sweet. We're above that 6%. Again, the higher we are on market cap, the more resistant we are for Bitcoin fluctuations, right? So, yeah, let's look at Ripple and see what it's doing. Well, Ripple is sitting at 29 cents. To be precise, 29.747 cents. Where are we at on Ripple on the daily, man? Well, you know, you can see it here, but in more shorter scale, we do have a line here, and then we kind of broke above it. We didn't quite hit that measure move. It would put us at the top part of the channel, but right now we're touching that mid part of the channel, of the upsloping channel, still bouncing off it. Anyways, we kind of broke above these old resistance, right? 29, 89, then we kind of like fell below it again. So what is happening, man? Well, this 397, 391, this is slightly slower. You're definitely going higher, right? So from here to here, and from here to here, you're going higher. Again, here you weren't developing that divergence, right? Even from here, man, 291, and then here it was, sorry, 395, 397, 391. Again, so from here to here, we're going slightly higher, but now you're starting to get a little bit exhausted. Showing with this candle, you're going higher, you're going lower on your histogram, and you're also going slightly lower on your RSI. So you're developing bearish divergence on the daily, strong bearish divergence, type 1, class A. So again, potential price action to the downside. We're actually starting to see this first candle develop. Let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out as the month keeps on developing. Remember, we're in a slight uptrend, and this can get negated because we have a lot of speculation going on around swell. Crazy. Anyways, let's look at the 4 hours. What is happening on the 4 hours, man? Let's see. We have this triangle, right? We said we're going to break it to the upside. We called it 2 days ago, right? Or yesterday. We said potentially break it to the upside. We broke it to the upside as expected. You know, that's fine. We were expecting to go there. So we broke to the upside, sitting above that. Hey, Willem James, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Awesome that you're here with us, man. So again, we developed that. We developed just as we called it yesterday, right? That nice bump to the upside. We started flag. That consolidation is not the best looking, right? It looks like a slightly upsloping triangle of sorts, right? If I were to do this in the 4 hours, it would look something like this. Right, again, not the best. Right now, we're starting to go down. We're probably going to touch that mid part of the channel. If we break it, then we're probably going to come and touch this 20 MA. And if we break it, then we will touch the upper part of the lower part, sorry, of the upsloping channel. And if we break that, probably 27,911. That will be the next area of support resistance that we have. We kind of touched it previously, and then we bounce off it again. And that's pretty good for Ripple, right? So we're still making positive momentum, although we're starting to stall with it, right? Something else, from here to here, you're going higher. From here to here, you're going lower. So again, you have it on the daily. You also have it here, right? And I'll trace it again. I know it's starting to get cluttered. I'll try to clean the chart out a little bit after the stream is done. So anyways, you're going higher, going lower, and you're also going lower on your RSI. So again, Ripple developing bearish divergence on the 4 hours besides the daily. So again, potential for the price action to go down. I'm not sure how hard. This is strong bearish divergence that's developing, so it's very likely that it will play out. Now let's go into the 1 hour. What is happening with this on the 1 hour, man? I gotta start getting real stuff, man. Yeah, we already have this left on live videos. Again, you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and it's gonna be on YouTube forever. So again, how are we doing something here? Well, you know, you're going from low to high, right? And this high is certainly higher than this high, so you don't have any divergence, bearish developing here. Well, you kind of have, and it's here. From here to here, you're going slightly higher, right? From here to here, you have slant divergence. I traced that during the day. I expect the price action to the downside. We kind of got it slightly. Then we kind of moved to the upside again. But we're tired, man. See, from here to here, you'll be from here to here. Again, you're developing, again, bearish divergence, price action to the downside. You are getting it. This line, ignore it. We're not in a triangle, right? This is divergence that's playing out. From the 4 hour candle, I'll get rid of it. So again, we have divergence from here to here, right? I'll put it a little bit higher because they're more or less the same height on that relative strength. This will be 71.92 and this will be 71.77. Although right now you're still going slightly lower, right? So again, you have that divergence developing on the daily, on the 4 hours, and on the 1 hour. So strong divergence developing for Ripple. Possible price action to the downside. Just be careful as you set up your trades. We talked about this. You're touching that 20 MA right now and kind of using that support, right? That's where you're sitting at right now. So anyways, like we said, if you break that, you have that mid part of the channel, that bottom part of the channel. Sorry, that that bottom part of the channel. And then after that, you have that 27.11. If you break that, then you're back on this zone of the 27.911 and 25 cents, right? So that's it for Ripple. Right now, I'm still waiting for something else to develop. If you want to consider this a pull, this will all be a bear flag as well, right? This channel that you made here. I'm going to ignore some of the wicks. I just want to show you that this is like upsloping consolidation of sorts. So again, you would be ignoring all of that data. I think it's going to look better if I go here. And then you can even go here, man, right? And say you're making a sort of pennant, right? Even though most of the consolidation is upwards, you would get the touch points here, the better ones, right? So you can say that you're making a sort of pennant after that impulse up. Again, you could still break to the upside. However, right now you have that divergence that's playing out. You can probably, I'm not sure if it's gonna end up here yet or not, so you have to watch it and then see what ends up playing out, right? So you're seeing at 56.45 on your RSI. It's kind of nice that you've reset it right after resetting the RSI. You can then run again if you want to, but I'm not sure if that divergence is gonna let you run again quickly, right? Anyways, that's it for Ripple. I don't have any news for Litecoin. People on Twitter said there is some amazing thing developing behind curtains, but no one's really saying anything on Litecoin except for like speculation. So again, I'm going to ignore it for now and wait for something else to develop, and then we can certainly talk about like Litecoin afterwards, right? So since we don't have Litecoin, I am starting a segment called That Coin. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a name for the segment yet. I have a small segment right now where I want to discuss different small crypto projects, right? So we're going to kick off this segment with a company that has, well, it's not a company, it's a project, right? That has 45,000 members on Reddit, 60,000 members on Twitter, and tens of thousands of followers on the Discord. That's what they're stating on their article. Now, on Telegram, they are still the third largest group worldwide, and the biggest Telegram group of all for tokens out there. And they're sitting at 116,513 members. That is a large Telegram group. I spoke with them today, right, to talk about the project, and they were cool with it. Here's this project, ETHplode, right? And if you missed it yesterday, I said I hit something on the thumbnail, and it's right here, right behind my thumb, and right behind my thumbnail. So I was giving you a pretty good clue as to where I was hiding something, and that is the ETHplode logo right there. Anyways, just as a disclaimer, they are not paying me to do this. This is my opinion, does not mean I'm endorsing their project. I participated on their initial airdrop and collected 250 ETHplode. That's as far as my involvement with their project goes. However, I asked them on Telegram if I could do a segment, and they were okay with it. So now, this information that I'm going to present right now is from their website. What is ETHplode? Well, it's an ERC20 token. It's a store of value built on Ethereum blockchain with deflationary characteristics. Whenever ETHplode is transferred, 0.5% of that amount is burned. Now, this built-in self-destructive functionality increases the scarcity of the asset over time, and it is hard-coded directly into the monetary structure. Now, ETHplode is based on the design of a BUMP token, the original hyper-deflationary self-destructive currency. The burning of the token will never end, right? They're always going to keep on burning until like it dies out, I guess. There are 100 million ETHplode tokens. We'll touch on that subject a little bit later because there's not that many left anymore. There's much more left, and we'll talk about that, right? So there are 100,000 ETHplode tokens, and basically whenever a transaction is made, just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, struggling here with something. I kind of wanted to do this. There we go. Whenever a transaction is made, 0.5% of the amount will be burned and removed from the total supply through a system of smart contracts. Therefore, it's guaranteed and impossible to create new tokens. Again, that is pretty sweet that they're locked to a certain amount. ETHplode is giving away over 70% of their tokens for free to the community via airdrops, bounties, and giveaways. Like I said, I participated on the first airdrop. It was a pretty cool one. They have an airdrop going on right now, their second airdrop. Anyways, they published this article on Medium, right, which is his website. And it was written by Marcus, right? And that's the guy I talked to from ETHplode, actually. And he's one of the core team members. He's from Germany. He's a pretty cool guy. Like I said, I exchanged messages with him on Telegram. The team is made up of like 5 people, right? 3 people from Germany and 2 people from Italy, with ages ranging between 22 and 35 years old. So again, they're a pretty young team. Even though their token is new, they do mention that they have been involved for years with crypto, and they invested in different coins and tokens. Now, Marcos also states that the members of the team had participated in airdrops, but were disappointed to see most of the airdrops didn't deliver. And you know, isn't that a familiar story, right? I'm familiar with that story. I participated in airdrops, and they didn't give me any coins. And you know, it's kind of sad that you put all that work and then you don't get anything out in the end. It's not heavy work, right? It's registering, but you know, These airdrops just collected user data or worse, and out of 100 airdrops, they state that they only got 10 different tokens in their wallets. And I do agree, man. I did a couple of tokens, and you know, I didn't get many, right? And ETHplode was one of the ones that actually gave me tokens, and that is pretty cool. Now they do go on to state, and this is a quote: "These projects had a tendency to die out faster than new ones came along, and the promised dollar values were pure fantasy. If a token made it to the exchange, nothing would happen after the first dump, except for a few spam emails, and the whole work was that was brought by them was basically amounted to nothing, right?" So it was then they discovered Bomb, right? The first, what they're calling the first deflationary token. I do have a point I want to make about that, and I'll make it towards the end of the article. Anyways, they said that they would inspire and generate a whole new asset class that is now worth millions, right? They decided to include decimal points in a unique stop-burn function in their smart contract with the goal of innovating deflationary digital assets and inspiring others to do the same. Now, their Telegram group, which at some point in time topped 140,000 users, is still very active, right? And I'm part of it. Now, they gathered an amazing and active community, which is pretty cool, because market states that the chart participants quickly rose to an incredible high level, so just a handful of them couldn't possibly handle it, right? The moderating, etc. So they needed a dedicated support team, right? And they found 50 veterans, which are helping them moderate the group, basically additional to various Telegram chatbots to serve as support and prevent spam, which is again pretty cool. Anyways, about spam, 60% of the airdrop participants clearly came from a few hundred scammers, right? But there are many tricks to cheat on airdrops, and they basically are saying that luckily there's even more ways to expose fake profiles. They put a lot of effort into sorting out fake profiles. My question is though, part of the airdrop, you have to be, you have to join the Telegram group, right? To be able to receive that, and you have to engage with their chatbot, etc. So my question is, if 60% of the airdrop accounts were from scammers, wouldn't that mean that 60% of the people in their Telegram group are just like fake addresses, maybe? That's a question that I have. I forgot to ask Marcus about it, and he's asleep right now. He's in Germany, and I just kind of like, as I was reading through the article again, I was like, man, wouldn't it make sense that if they were saying that 60% of people were spams, right, like scams, trying to like get more free ETHplode than they should, then wouldn't that mean that 60% of their user base will also be scammers, right? Or not scammers, but spam addresses that are amounting to nothing. I'm not sure if they cleared those out and they still have 116,000 people there, or if not, right? So again, that's a question that I have. Anyways, they also post a public apology by stating that at this point, this is a quote: "At this point, we would still like to apologize to anyone who was unjustly flown out of the airdrop or belonged to a small part that was not treated properly in the chat. We're sorry. We really did our best and try to keep it as for everyone, right?" In the end, they did deliver though. ETHplode got transferred to 40,000 plus wallets. The transaction fees, yeah, I do agree, William James. People will do that. The transaction fees alone were 6 Ethereum, but they made it and thus achieved an important intermediate goal for them. As expected, a hard dump came after the airdrop. Many have tried to quickly sell their 150 to 250 ETHplode for Ethereum, meaning that, well, you know, a lot of people get out, and that happens with airdrops, right? You get the tokens and people just want to cash them out quickly. They're really not. A lot of people that participate in airdrops don't believe in the project, right? They just want to get the free money. That's the only thing I don't like about airdrops, man. That's why sometimes it's better to come out with like, and ICOs is hard to get around. So anyways, you could like maybe do it a different way, but again, people would really like to make a quick buck sometimes, and it just hurts the environment sometimes, right? Anyways, they have over 30 whales, right? And for them, a whale is anyone that holds 100,000 ETHplode. ETHplode, right? When this article came out, I think it was around 6 cents, 0.006 cents. So 2 zeros and a 6, right? Which means that with $600, you could be a whale in this market. Again, you can shift it and tip it heavily, right? So again, that's something. Once they start getting mass, right, and the token's worth more, it's gonna be harder for people to become whales. But right now, anyone with $600 can go in and like buy, and like certainly increase the price like crazy, and then like start dumping slowly, right? And again, it happens with any crypto that is small. They're subject to manipulation by people who have a large enough funds. Even Bitcoin is subject to manipulation. It's a large crypto, right? So again, the only thing I don't like is just like with penny stocks or with small cap projects, right? They're so sensitive to like that manipulation, and that's the only risk I see with it. I do like the project and what they're doing. Anyways, of the 40.8 million tokens that could not be distributed in airdrop 1, they were completely burned, and now they're gone forever. So again, what they didn't distribute, they kind of killed, man. And that's pretty sweet that they did that. They do say it takes character to burn 41% of your token supply. Above all, they wanted to show that you can trust a project and the team does not take half of the tokens for themselves. Again, so what is ETHplode, right? What is the project? Well, currently they are a deflationary store of value, and they are aiming to find other use cases. They are now working on something, but they cannot disclose it at this point in time because they have it like, they're developing that lead, and hopefully it'll amount to something, right? I do want to see this project succeed. They're working on a new website also that will be released alongside their white paper that will better explain what ETHplode's functionality is and their vision, and I do believe that's going to add a lot more value, because the website right now, it's lacking a lot of content, right? From here you go to like here, what is ETHplode, and then you go like the supply and distribution, right? Team is and hiring, it's taken like 10%, development and ecosystem 15%, exchange for listings 5%, bounty program 5%, airdrop phase 2 15%, and phase 1 was 50% of the supply. Anyways, and that's it. They don't have anything else. They have their Twitter, their Telegram, their Reddit, and their GitHub, and that's it. So again, the project is quite new. They are still coming out with it. Like I said, it's interesting, right? They are listed in a couple of exchanges like Mercatox and Binance, where they are paired to Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're also listed on DDEX, trading against WETH, and Bamboo Relay, which is a 0x or CRX a relayer where you can trade, land, and borrow tokens directly. They also trade on System Coin, Bitston, Altili, Exens, and Uniswap. They have built a backdoor for exchanges with their smart contracts so that they can transfer ETHplode without the burn. And that is pretty sweet because it gives the exchanges problems, right? As the amounts are never correct when they burn. So again, if you're expecting to receive an amount that's an exchange, and then you take into account the burn, which is 0.5%, you wouldn't be getting 100% of that. And then when you start trading it, also burning it. So again, it's interesting that they're working with this, right? This stuff that you don't burn it when they send it to the exchange, right? With the smart contracts. Anyways, he says that due to this, they can get listed easier than other projects. They're also supported by the Garda wallet, Guarda wallet. I don't use that wallet. I never used it. Again, I'm not endorsing it. I'm just talking about what they do and where you can get it and how you can store it, so that you have that information in case you're interested on this project. Anyways, you can track their price on Livecoin Watch. I haven't gone on to Livecoin Watch yet. I will probably log into it in a second to see their price. They're also on Aircon, right? It's an app like Pokemon Go, which is an augmented reality app when you're walking around the city and you can like collect tokens, right? By walking around, and not just their token, other tokens as well. So again, it is pretty sweet that they included it into this like game, right? That by walking you can get it. Anyways, like I said, I've never used this app, right? That Aircoin app, nor am I endorsing it, but you're free to check it out if you're interested in something like that, and do so at your own risk, right? Snap. Something just made a weird sound. One second, guys. Man, something made a weird sound. It just scared the hell out of me. I guess I'm alone in this room, man. Anyways, on the recap, they highlight the following. We made a most successful airdrop in 2019. We are the second deflationary token ever. We have the largest support team and 6-digit follower numbers, right? Anyways, currently their second airdrop is going on. So if you want to get your hands on some free ETHplode, you can do so now. I never leave the house. You want to get your hands on ETHplode, you can do it now. Join their Telegram. Go onto the website. You can join their Telegram, and you'll get information as to how to join it, right? Now, they claim on being the second deflationary token ever. I'm not so sure about that one, bro, because there are other coins that are also burning supply, right? Binance will burn 50% of their supply. We talk about that other coin from, I can't remember which exchange, that's also burning a lot of their supply. And Ripple also burns supply, right, per transaction. So again, that fee that you get charged on Ripple for the transaction gets burned. No one gets it. So again, I'm not sure. if you can really call it the second deflationary token. Maybe that, and I'm not sure if they're hyper deflationary, right? Again, that's the only claim I have. I'm on the net about, right? I'm not 100% sure that they do that. Anyways, I know some people from ETHplode will definitely come and look at the video tomorrow because they are in Europe and they're probably asleep right now. But guys, when you see this, do let me know how is it that you're making this claim, because maybe I'm not getting it, right? So if you do clarify it, I will certainly do another small segment where I clarify this doubt, and any news that keep on developing on this project, I will also try to put out so that you guys are aware of them. And like I said, dude, it might be something that I'm looking forward to do, right? I like the project since the airdrop, and I wanted to let you guys know about it. I just needed to talk to them first, make sure they were cool with me doing this. And as I stated, I'm not getting paid to do this segment. I just wanted to try something different. If you are interested in investing on the project, like I said, do it at your own risk. Let me know if this segment is something that you like, or if you like for us to do more segment like this in the future. Again, I do want to get to a point where we talk about the small projects that people don't talk about, right? Bring awareness to them, because there might be some good ones out there, right? And then I'm always am here. I try to be as honest as I can. And if a project says I can talk about them, I'm not getting paid by them, and I will be as brutal and as neutral as I can, right? So again, if there's something I don't like, I'll point it out. But again, being fair and neutral, as we always are with all the projects, with all the news, with all the analysis, so that you guys can make an informed decision, right? I'm not going to sell you out on the project. I'm not going to tell you it's the greatest project ever. But I do believe it's a good project. They do have potential. They are starting out. It is quite cheap to get in, 0.006 cents. The only thing I don't like also is that you cannot see them charted on TradingView, right? So again, I cannot do analysis for them here. Anyways, I found this article that says that ETHplode sits at a price of 0.0049. Again, it was 0.06 a couple days ago, but right now, apparently this is for today, so 0.049 on major exchanges. Alright, so traded down 4.5% against the dollar during the one-day period, ending at 22 p.m. Eastern, October 16th. They have a total market cap of $80,000. Again, it's not a huge project yet, and approximately 139 worth of ETHplode was traded to exchanges in the last 24 hours. One ETHplode token can now be purchased for 0.0049 or 0.00000061 bitcoins on exchanges including DDEX, MetaTrux, Binance, and SystemCoin, like we disclosed, right? ETHplode has traded 10% lower against the US dollar, and you know, that's it for this. I'm going to go to that live coin watch and see if I can get somewhere here their token. Their ticker, by the way, is ETHplode, and we'll see how they're doing. Again, here's their project right now, sitting at 0.052. Again, like I said, it's been fluctuating a little bit. This is a 24-hour chart. Like I said, at some point in time they were like over here, right? They took a small dive, going back up again. I don't like the fact that I cannot do proper technical analysis on this, because I cannot see the rest of the oscillators, right? Against the volume, though, you're going higher with higher volume. Here you had that gap. Yeah, it's hard to do the technical analysis without the bar chart and the RSI or the MACD to actually look at. Anyways, here you can get an idea of how this project has been fluctuating. Like I said a couple days ago, October 16th, right? It was above 6 cents, and it's just sitting above 5 again. So you do get some nice fluctuation going on. Let's look at the 30-day, right? At some point in time, it was even above 7. Right, on October the 5th, it was above 7 cents, and it was also above 7 cents again on on September the 20th. So let's look at 90-day, right? You can see they took a hard dive over here, but recovered nicely. At some point in time, they were even above 3 cents. And again, like I said, the project came out, and it happened what happens to everyone else, right? You come out, you list, and then people that took the airdrop just like sell out quickly to make a quick buck. Anyways, when they came out, they were around 0.5 or like 5 cents, right? $0.05. Again, they did pick up nicely, right? They are coming out with their second airdrop. I'm not sure whether or not that was the best idea, although they do want to give it away. That's their decision. I would have gone for something else to like raise awareness or money on the project and not give it out as an airdrop, but maybe sell it slightly through the exchanges for that, so that users can buy it, and maybe help increase the price slowly as you start to disclose more news, right? Anyways, like I said, guys, do let me know if you want me to do more segments like this in the future. Yeah, William James, I do agree with you, man. It is cheap, and I do like the fact that it is a project that is accessible to a lot of people, and I do hope that they do end up doing something good with it. Their supply is very small, less than 100 million right now, right? They do post data on their Telegram group. I will open up Telegram real quick. Sorry about that. I'll try to do it here so it's not to affect that. The thing is that Telegram app posts up notifications, and I kind of hate it when I'm doing the stream because then I get like weird sounds, right? Anyways, ETHplode, like I said, 0.0057 market cap, $330,000, right? Again, I'm not sure if that market cap is right because they have burned half their supply, and I'm not sure if they're considering 100% for this. What else? What else is going on? Well, they burned. So their supply is that burned 41,573,694. So 41.57% of their supply. They still have 58,426,306 left to spend. Right, some of it went to airdrop one, some of it left to spend. Anyways, the average daily burn is 328 ETHplode. Their transfers, they have done 23,300 transfers, and holders, they have 43,662 holders with 33 wells, right? Like we said. Anyways, they do post data on their website. They do have some pretty cool memes as well. I'm not going to show them right now, but if you join their Telegram group, you're going to be able to see all the memes that they post, and they are pretty sweet. Anyways, what else is going on with the market, right? Let's go look at Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily. Yesterday, making a little bit of gaining dominance, right? 3.12% right now, losing it, 0.62%. Sitting at 1.63 again. Almost more or less where we were yesterday. Yesterday we were here. So let's go look at the price of Litecoin. Sitting at $54.62. What is happening with this? Well, we are sitting on that upsloping channel still. We kind of bounced off it. We are still contracting on the Bollinger Band, sitting below that 20 MA, which is not the best. Making positive momentum, still slight, but making it. And sitting at 40.33 on the RSI, which puts you still on that neutral zone, but certainly close to being sold. Again, nothing else developing that we can call on the short term. We did develop some divergence on the 1 hour, I think. So anyways, from here to here, we're going slightly lower. Here to here, we're going slightly lower. Again, you kind of have it on the 4 hours, it's slanted, but I like better the way it looks on the 1 hour, and it justifies it a little bit more. Anyways, this developed at 11 p.m. yesterday. We're already off the stream, so we didn't talk about it. And sitting at 49.80 on the RSI, again being neutral above that 20 MA with volatility expanded on the Bollinger Bands. That's it for this, man. I'm not gonna look at it any farther right now because from here to here, you're going lower, you're going higher, you're making hidden bullish divergence. Sorry, hidden bearish divergence. Sorry. From here to here, and that's it, man. From here to here, you're also going higher slightly. So again, you could say that you're making hidden bearish divergence from here to here, and then that'll be it for this coin, right? There's not much going on besides that. And again, it means price continuation. Will it be price continuation to the upside or downside? Still yet to be determined. Now let's go into the 1 hour, man. What happened on the 1 hour, man? We had this upsloping channel that got shifted for some reason. That was like this. We said this usually breaks you to the downside. We got a small move to the downside. Developed that bullish divergence, right? From here to zero. From here to like lower than their previous low. Again, pump to the upside nicely. From here, let's see. From here to here, you're definitely going lower. So you are making right now some sort of hidden divergence. Not hidden, but like some bearish divergence, right? Slanted bearish divergence. That's the one I wanted to say. And you would also have that movement here on your RSI. So again, that's probably why you have potential to break to the downside with that bearish divergence. Just keep in mind, if you break to the downside, you might touch that 20 MA, bounce off it, or move somewhere around that area. Sorry, guys, I closed my notes. There we go. That's it for this. So I'm going to move on to Binance, and that's why I need my notes open. Today, Binance US announced listing of Algorand. It's this one here. And Zcash on Binance US. Both of the coins were listed today against the dollar and initiated trading about an hour ago, so at 8 p.m. Central, right? So almost 2 hours ago. On other Binance news, right? Binance Launchpad will raise an Let me redo this one. Yeah. Binance Launchpad will raise an initial exchange offering, or IEO, for Cav Labs. It's a DeFi project on the 23rd of October, according to the reports. The DeFi project offers collateralized loans and stablecoins, right? That's all they're saying right now. It's looking to raise $3 million from the IEO, Binance Launchpad. I'm not sure how much of that they're going to have to give to Binance. Binance does keep a chunk of that money. The Kava token will be issued at 0.46 cents. At $0.46 or 46 cents. Kava token, right? Per Kava token. Also, a total of 3,206. Yeah, no, sorry. Messed up that number horribly. Man, 326,087 Kava tokens, approximately 150,000 US dollars, will be airdropped to participants without a winning ticket. Kava Labs announced the partnership via Twitter. They actually stated there is definitely no better launch partner than Binance. We're really grateful to have this support. Our plans is to enable Binance and bring our Binance coin and bring our stablecoin to the Binance DEX following the launch of their DeFi platform. Now, Binance will record user Binance coin balances for 30 days from the 23rd of September to the 23rd of October. It's kind of nice they're notifying you today, right? There's like 5 days to go, like 6 days to go to the date. Anyways, then the final Binance holdings amounts for each user will be determined from the average of the 30 days, and then probably are just going to pay out tokens like that. That's it for the Binance news. Let's go look at the chart. What is happening with Binance on the daily, man? That's 4 hours, that's daily. Getting dominance yesterday, 2.89%. Getting dominance right now, 0.50%. Sitting at 1.36 off market cap. Where's Binance sitting at on the price? Well, Binance is sitting at $18.64. I'm not sure if I mentioned the price of Litecoin, $54.64. Binance, like I said, $18.64. What's happening with Binance? We're still within this upsloping channel, which is pretty sweet, right? Signal of that 20 MA with some expansion starting to happen on the volume bands, but it's very slowly, right? We didn't contract to this level to where we would have expected to see something explosive. Are we doing something? Yeah, kind of, right? From here to here, you're going slightly higher right now. You'll be going lower on your MACD histogram. Again, kind of slant bearish divergence happening, but very slight right now. We're kind of more or less touching these. Anyways, even the price was flat and you're still diverging to the downside, you will still be making bearish divergence. It would just be like, what would this be? Like class B type 2 medium bearish divergence. Anyways, you don't have it on your RSI, just on your histogram. Sitting at 54.97 on the RSI, again on that neutral zone. Now let's go into the 4 hours and see what's going on with this. On the 4 hours, right, we developed some bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence right after that bearish divergence that we talked about yesterday, I think, and we said potential price action to the downside. Sorry, 2 days ago. We got it. That hidden bullish divergence potentially what's propping us up, and that's it, right? Nothing else developing yet except for that upward motion that we had. We are sitting at 59.25 on the RSI, making slight positive divergence right now. Sorry, not divergence, positive momentum right now. Lower than this, right? Going lower on that positive momentum. So again, you're kind of congruent with the market. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had this upsloping channel. We said it's usually bearish, right? But we did say at some point in time that we can recover like we've done here. Now bring to the downside. It would depend on whether or not we develop something. Did we develop something? Well, no. From here to here, going lower again. You didn't develop anything, but Bitcoin pumped, right? And that's probably what's bringing you up. So Bitcoin did more or less a same movement, right? Pump to the upside. So again, bring this to the upside, right? Market is going the same way. Anyway, sitting above that 20 MA, touched it a couple times. Not the best looking because we're failing to get higher highs. Are we doing something here, man? Yeah, you're slightly going higher, right? I'm going to get rid of this line real quick so you can see it better. From here to here, you were going higher, and guess what? From here to here, you're definitely going lower, right? And all along this area, right? So all along this area, that upsloping motion that you had, you were creating slant divergence over here, right? Slant bearish divergence, price action to the downside. You also have that developing from here to here, right? Going lower, and from here to here. So again, you had bearish divergence developing. We knew that we were gonna get. If we were tracking this on the hour, right? I'm not tracking it on the hour because I'm not doing it. But if we were tracking it on the hour, we would have known that we were developing that divergence and that we were probably going to break to the downside. Again, we had that small dump to the downside right here from this slant divergence, right? And now we pumped again, making a higher high, but guess what? Not making that much positive momentum, actually going to negative, right? To zero. And again, that's where we are sitting here, right? Anyways, that's it for Binance on the 1 hour, starting contract on the Bollinger Bands, sitting high on the RSI at 60.39, certainly on that bought area, but not overbought yet, and not even highly bought, just borderline between bought and neutral. That's it for this, man. Market is gonna close in a minute, so I'm gonna wait for the market to close, do a small run of the coins again, and if you have any other coin that you want to look at, do let me know, and I'll certainly look at it. 6 people tuned in again. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. I do appreciate that you guys tuning in on a Thursday night. I do know that there's a lot of stuff going on with live, so again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Now let's go and look through the market, man, because we just got that shift, right? So what is happening with Bitcoin? We moved to the downside, like we said. We didn't quite touch that 20 MA yet. We are starting to get more contraction on the Bollinger Bands on the 1 hour. Starting to develop a new red candle right now, less positive momentum, and sitting still neutral at 55 on the RSI. On the 4 hour, right? We can see that we're slightly making positive, right? It seems that we touched that 20 MA and rejected it. Anyways, we developed some sort of divergence that we talked about that brought us to the downside on the 1 hour. And still sitting neutral on the RSI at 43.86. Again, that's for this. Let's go into onto the daily, right? And the daily, man, we're more or less sitting neutral, right? Making 0.14%, looking very flat, not much going on yet. Not even moved to touch that 20 MA yet, and sitting low on the RSI at 38.27. Again, being sold, not oversold. Bitcoin remaining more or less the same. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum on the 1 hour, man, developing a new red candle. Damn, is this the 10? No, this is a 9. Here's a 10, man. You can't see it yet because apparently it's not showing up on this chart. So we're gonna go look at it on this chart. We're making slightly positive momentum, more contraction of the Bollinger Band, sitting below that 20 MA. Previous candle, I'm not sure if when we did the earlier on we were just sitting at that 20 MA. We broke down below it. Right now we're sitting below it, making less positive momentum, sitting neutral on the RSI at 51.57. Again, very vanilla, very neutral. Let's go into the 4 hour, man. Below the 20 MA, we got rejected by that, we talked about this being rejected already by the 20 MA. Still moving negative, right, and creating positive momentum, and sitting neutral at 43.14. And on the daily, making a negative day right now. Negative momentum as well on the daily, and sitting neutral at 46.06. That's it. Let's go into Ripple. Ripple, where's Ripple sitting at? On the 1 hour, right? Ripple making another red candle. Surprise, surprise. We talked about that. When we charted this, we said potentially break below that 20 MA. We are breaking below that 20 MA. Next support that we have, besides this line I drew as we're playing around with the idea of the triangle, right? The symmetrical triangle pennant over here could be support. If we break it, then this would certainly move with it. Whatever. We have that midline of the channel like we talked about. Anyways, that's it for Ripple. Making negative right now, making more negative momentum, and sitting more lower, not more lower, but lower on the RSI at 55.28. Again, resetting that oscillator, which is good. We can still run all the way to the bottom part of the channel. Don't be scared, man. We can run down, we can run up, make another nice triangle again before we actually pump to the upside. So again, even if we were to drop somewhere to like 28 cents, it's still fine, man. It's 1 cent that we're dropping. Nothing to be scared of, right? Anyways, let's go into the 4 hour, right? And the 4 hour, man, still making that negative move, touching that bottom part, like we said, and that's it. On the daily, well, negative candle, but sitting at that midline of the channel again. That's fine with me for now. Let's wait and see what else develops for Ripple. Now let's go on to Litecoin. Litecoin starting to make a slightly positive candle, still keeping that positive momentum, but barely. Probably next candle might neutralize it or turn red, unless Bitcoin pumps for some reason and then brings everyone else with him, right? Anyway, sitting at 60.83 on the RSI, dude. That's a 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we're turning red right now. Still making positive momentum, and sitting at 49.95. I'm not even gonna do the daily, man. It's probably not moving, but I'll just do it for fun. Making a negative day right now, still making positive momentum, and sitting low on the RSI at 40.57, which puts you on that almost sold area. Binance should have just closed. So again, Binance on the 1 hour, what is it doing? Making a red candle of sorts, right? It's this one. A little bit more violent than the other coins. Certainly, it seems like it wants to touch that 20 MA and test it again. And we might actually break it to the downside. Some more contraction happening on the Bollinger Bands. So we might get that cross again. A lot of indecision going on lately, right? Very tight moves. That negative momentum developing, but lower and less than our previous low. and sitting at 59.53 on the RSI, which puts you on that neutral zone, almost bought. Where are we sitting in the 4 hours? In the 4 hours, we are making positive momentum, sitting at a little bit higher on the RSI, 59.10. Again, not bought, but certainly heading towards that area. Bouncing off that 20 MA on the previous 4 hour candle right now, struggling to get above that midline of the channel. And on the daily, where are we at? Well, you know, making a slightly positive day. But again, you know, we're potentially developing that hidden bearish divergence that I was talking about on the MACD histogram, right? That's it. Run up the coins quickly. We did it in like 5 minutes, man. That's like a record time, I guess, for this stream. We're not developing anything else right now. Again, it was just a 1 hour candle that moved. This 4 hour candle would close at 11. And unless we have a lot of things to talk about until 11, I'm just going to call it a stream. If there's no more coins that you guys want to look at, I'll definitely kill the stream right now. And if you want to talk about something else, then you can certainly post it up, right? And we'll talk about that. William James, how's it going, man? How are you sitting with your trades today, man? You said you never leave the house. I wanted to ask you, man, how come you never leave your house? What's the reasoning behind that, man? Do let me know. Do you work from home? Are you a ghost and live in your house? Are you under house arrest? Are you just day trading all the time? How come you never leave the house? Huh. I just found this news article that just popped up on the feed. I just like the title, man. Craig right now claims Satoshi Nakamoto plagiarized his Bitcoin thesis. Because he's not Satoshi Nakamoto, right? So again, he claimed to be, now he's not. And now, you know, it's just BS, man. Anyways, it just popped up. I just think it's funny. You're good? You're a hermit? Like Kermit the Hermit? Or just like a regular hermit? You don't like to go out, man? So you like work from home then? You like, what do you do for a living, bro? Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. Oh, you told me, dude. Yeah, you told me on Telegram. Yeah, forget about that question. What do you do for a living? I already know. You told me on Telegram and just kind of slipped my mind. Anyways, yeah. Did you like that small capsule that we did for ETHplode, right? Let me know if you like that capsule, if you would like to see more like that. You know, I do that Hex project that you threw around that day. I'm gonna try. I got into their Telegram. I do want to talk with them and see if they also want me to do a capsule for them, right? A small capsule, and then you know, we'll see from there where it goes. I'm not like next week I'm out out of town, right? So we'll figure it out, right? I might not do it next week, but probably after next week, and they'll give me more time to talk to them, get things sorted out. Anyways, dude, there's some people missing from the stream. Crypto Keeper Trader, who else? Free TV Addict. Benny is also missing. Soka's also missing. David's also missing. David told me he was working late though, so I do know why he's not here. Who else is missing from the stream, dude? John Smith is missing from the stream, or John Juan Smith is missing from the stream. Still trying to figure out who else might be missing from the stream. I think of the regulars, that's it, man. Oh yeah, Sean Christian is also missing, and Elizabeth is also missing. You haven't met Elizabeth. She hasn't come in since you guys started coming in. But she used to come in earlier, and then, I don't know, they kind of stopped, so. Anyways, that's it for tonight, guys. You're just stressing all day about Bitcoin, not sure what to do. Well, what? Yeah, sure, I can talk about that, man. I don't have to sign off yet. 7 people tuned in. Someone just joined us. Anyways, thank you for being here, guys. What is it that Bitcoin that is stressing you out, man? We can look at it. Is it the news? Is it the chart? I mean, right now we're ranging, right? I'm not sure what position you took on Bitcoin, right? But if... Oh, Soka's here. Nice. Thanks, Soka, for being here. What about Bitcoin makes you uneasy, dude? Did you take a large position on Bitcoin? $8,400 makes you worried because you believe it might dump from there, or why? I mean, do let me know so I can tell you maybe what can happen, right? I mean, it is a strong area of resistance we've seen, right? We kind of broke above it for like a day and then fell down below it. Then here we use a lot of resistance, right? So again, 8,437, it is a strong resistance, right? You bought a lot at 8,400? Yeah. You got in at a premium, I guess. But I mean, look, are you going to do this long term or short term? If you want to do trading, you probably made a bad call. You're going to have to write it out unless you want to like take your loss. And if you want to do this like longer term, you can certainly like hodl, right? That is a strategy. And if you want to hodl, then just come here for fun and information, but don't worry about what the market's going to do. Because the market can do this again, right? Can certainly go here again and then do another one of these, and then you'll be king if it hits like 4,000, right? You're getting at 8,000, you're going to make like 6,000. So again, you know, don't stress over it. Just don't worry. It depends on your strategy, man. I'll tell you something. When I got into crypto, it was the same for me, dude. I was looking at the market every day. Everything is offline already. Yeah. When I got into crypto, I was also looking every day at the price, man, every second, man. And then, you know, I learned to stop worrying about it, right? Because part of my strategy was hodl. And then other part of my strategy was trading. So again, my trading strategy does have me look at the market every day, but I really don't care about my hodl portion anymore, right? I don't touch it. It's just there for like whenever this pumps to the upside and I decide to cash it out, right? Retirement money, whatever you want to call that. So again, but if you want to trade, then yeah, you get in a bad position, man. I told you guys it wasn't looking that good, man. I told you below that 200 MA was not making any sense. Again, you're responsible. You guys are responsible for your trades. Do try to figure out like what is it that you guys want to do, right? Set up your trading plan. That's definitely going to help you out a lot, man. Having a solid trading plan that you're going to follow no matter what you do is definitely going to work wonders for you, because then you already know what's going to happen, right? If it goes to a certain level, you know you're going to have to cancel your position, and if it gets above a certain level, you're going to take a profit and set up a stop loss, right? Stop losses are key, man. Anyways, that's as much as I can tell you, man. That's like help, right? Anyways, down sloping triangle, not the best looking right now. You can argue that more micro will be going like this, right? If you ignore this other bottom line part, you could say you're kind of like within a small symmetrical triangle, but I like the bigger one better. Anyways, we are really far into the structure if this was to be a valid down sloping triangle, so we should expect a move anywhere soon, right? Anyways, this should mature by October the 27th, so next week if it's to be valid, and then we'll see from there how it goes, right? Breaking into the downside would yield you a measure move, which if we take this as the high and this as the low, you know, it would be like another drop of that magnitude, and it would put you to the downside at, guess what? 5,200, and to the upside maybe at 10,400, right? So you can go either way, man, when you break out of this. Again, we broke out of this more major triangle and we haven't hit that measure move. We could potentially say that we could break to the downside and try to head towards that measure move. Certainly get us halfway there. But we also have this area of support that I'm going to extend right now without trying to shift this. 6,725, that's where I have it at. And then I'll try to get it back to it. I can't pinpoint it. There we go, 35. That'll be good enough. We still have this whole area of support resistance right here. But we do have that 7,500 area. And we have the 8,000, right? And, you know, yeah, a lot of people will think it will dump, man. I'm not sure if it's going to dump or not. It is certainly a possibility, right? You're still within this downsloping channel. I'm just going to extend it right now. Anyways, that's it for Bitcoin, man. That's 7 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. We picked up like a lot of subscribers today. I'm quite happy with that, man. I think we were sitting at like 128 yesterday, and right now we're sitting at 134, man. So we picked up like 6 subscribers, man. That's pretty sweet. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight, man. It's not flip a coin, William James. There are technicals that you can look at. Right now we're within a down sloping triangle, right? If you want to call it that. Hey Benny, how's it going, man? I just did roll call and you weren't here, brother. Dude, you missed a project that I talked about, right? I did a segment, right? Nah, it's no worries, man. You know, life happens. I did a segment talking about another project, small project, that I found interesting, right? It's called ETHplode. It sounds like it's explode. It just makes it sound weird when you said it. Like I said, they're not paying me. I'm not doing. They're not even listed, man. They're just have an airdrop right now. They're listed on some exchanges. They're not listed on TradingView to do analysis. So again, I'm not sure where they're gonna go. We did look at their price on this one, right? After the airdrop, the first airdrop, right, the price kind of dropped. Right now they've recovered a little bit, and they have their second airdrop coming in. So again, let's see how this plays out for them. The last 24 hours, right? They're 7 days. 6 cents, 0.004, and then 0.005. It's one of those project sizes that you get into, Benny, like Seller and the other ones. All the Sellers more advanced. This guy is just launched in July, man. Yeah, July they launched. And like I was saying, man, it's a small project. It's cool, you know. The guys are pretty cool. They're a young team. I did a segment on them. Do let me know though afterwards if you like this segment, because if it's something that we can do, it might be something that I might just include into a stream. Not every day, but at least every week or every other week. Try to look at a project. So long as I can contact them on Telegram and get information from them and talk to them so I can solve doubts, etc., I will be more comfortable talking about their projects, right? These guys don't have their white paper out yet. Yeah, thanks for the support, bro. I appreciate it. They don't have their white paper out yet. They're modifying their website, and they're going to come out with a new website with their white paper and another business use case, or a use case for their token, right? Anyways, dude, I haven't looked at any of the coins that you request, so I will do some of those before I go off the air. I know you like Seller, so I'll start with Seller, and then I'll move to the rest. Seller on the daily, pumping a little bit yesterday, pumping a little bit today, right? Not quite undoing our previous candle 2 days ago, which was largely red. Sitting below 20 MA, struggling to get above it 2 days in a row. Making less positive momentum and sitting low on the RSI at 44.17. We could certainly adjust this, right? Triangle-ish. We're not breaking it violently, so again, we can certainly go here or even here. Like I said, we're still within that triangle, and we still have 1, 2 touch points here, 3 touch points here. And then on the top part, we could extend this a little bit more and say we're still within a symmetrical triangle, right? Getting the union if you can. Yeah. I'm not sure how good unions are. I mean, I know in Mexico how they work, but I'm not sure in the States how good they are. They're probably good. Anyways, Seller had a nice bounce today, right? I'm doing a little bit of the previous day. Right now, flagging a little bit, right? You can say impulse up. This is the thing I don't like. This looks bearish. Well, it looked bearish for a second, then it turned bullish again. But I don't like this, right? Like this happening. Anyways, this is a red candle. It just looks green. Up here, you can see it's negative. Anyways, you're kind of flagging again. You can push up again. It might give validity to this channel. Making less like the momentum, you're probably going to get a cross off the MACD over the signal line soon, maybe the next candle, and you might get one of those like nice pumps that we get. Anyways, sitting at 41.02 on the RSI, again on that neutral zone, but certainly low towards that sold area. What else are we doing? Well, nothing here, man. Well, yeah, you kind of have it, right? It'll be like slanted, but it'll be from here to here going lower, and from here to here going lower, right? So again, you would be kind of making slanted divergence, but it's just a very short time frame, and I'm not really comfortable with it. And you would also have it here on the RSI, but again, that's the only thing I can see that would make you pump to the upside on this time frame. Now let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, do we have it? Yes. In the 1 hour, it's much easier to see. And from here to here, and from here to here, you'll be making your bullish divergence. Price action to the upside, you did get it. This is slightly higher than this still. So again, that's why you pump to the upside probably, right? Um, anyways, yeah, that's it for this. Making less positive momentum still. There was a large island. Here might get across of the opposite of what's happening on the 4 hours, right? MACD over the signal line, and you're seeing neutral on the RSI at 49, so you might drop a little bit more, right? And you're starting to see that right now. On the top part, man, you're not making a higher high, but you're certainly going slightly upwards from here to here, right? You can trail this line like going slightly upwards like that, and then you can see on your histogram you're doing completely the opposite, giving you a slanted bearish divergence, price action to the downside. That's probably what's going to happen. I use Bitso, I use Coinbase, I use Coinfield, I use Binance, I use what else? Yeah, original Binance. And I'm not sure what other exchange I'm in, dude. I'm in a couple of exchanges. Anyways, that's it for seller. Let's go look at Icon. I do have Icon open down here. I'll look at that. Icon. What is happening with Icon? Oh, snap, dude. I forgot. David did send me an article on Instagram, and I forgot to look at it. So we might do something for that. I might just mention it. I just have to look for that Instagram thing that he sent me, and then I'll talk about that. Right? Binance US good yet? Binance US picking up steam, dude. What is happening here? Micro scale, right? We had this line that we traced. Triangle and icon. We broke it to the downside. We could certainly shift this here. Maybe we are within a sort of down sloping triangle still, within a down sloping wedge. Let's go into the daily first. All right, seems to make sense, right? Anyways, yesterday making positive price action, bullish engulfing candle. Right now being bearish and moving to the downside. Yeah, man. From here to here going lower, and guess what? From here to here going to like zero. So again, so from here to here, right, lower. From here to here, zero. And guess what that means? That means bullish divergence, price action to the upside. You got this candle, but right now you're not really pumping more, right? This could just be a rest, and then you pump again. I'm not sure yet how this is gonna play out for this coin. Maybe in the more micro scale, we might get a better idea as to what might happen. You also have it here on your RSI, right? You went lower, and guess what? You're going higher. So again, you have that bullish divergence on the daily. Remember, the daily just takes time to develop, right? It's a larger time frame again, so you might not be done running up. Anyways, what's happening here on the 4 hour, right? On the 4 hour, are we doing something? No, low, lower, low, higher. Yeah, you have hidden bearish divergence from here to here, and from here to here, you're going slightly higher again, and also on your RSI, you're going slightly higher. So again, hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. Right now, I'm not sure if this is going to continue to the downside, right, on that trend that's on, or to the upside, that trend that just, it's not even a trend, but you just started to pick it up. Anyways, maybe the Hag and the She candles will tell us a little bit more. We're still making positive movement. However, it seems to be stagnating a little bit. We might drop, so again, just be careful with that. I haven't used the Hag and the She today for anything because the market was just boring. Anyways, struggling with that 20 MA, right, below it, above it, below it again. Here you couldn't break above it, right? And again, that's not very bullish. Again, you might drop to the downside again. Yeah, nothing on the RSI that I can see quickly, right? Except that maybe, huh? Now this is higher, so you're going high, high, and high. No bullish divergence developing on this. You probably pumped because Bitcoin pumped, and that would seem to make sense for this token. Anyways, contraction of the Bollinger Bands, like I said, explosive movement to the upside. You should get those when you contract, but this looks weird, man. It's like a globe, and then another globe, and then another blob of something, man. Anyways, going higher. Here you're going higher, right? So you develop from here to here. Bearish divergence, that would be from here to here. Going slightly lower, right? Slanted. And you would also have it, you don't have it on the RSI, just here. The price action to the downside, you kind of did get it. And now we're getting a lot of indecision candles going on, right? Green, red, and green starting to develop. Hitting that 20 MA, trying to break above it right now. Struggling with it. Starting to make your first negative momentum again. Sitting at 53.40 on the RSI. Again, you're more or less neutral. You might have a chance to run. Stuff I don't like here, shorter term, right? You're going higher. You're going lower. And you're going lower, right? So again, you're making bearish divergence. You got that red candle here, and you're getting another red candle right now. So again, you have potential to drop more. And that'll be it for Icon. Right now, maybe a drop incoming. I'm not sure yet how strong this is gonna be, but from here to here, you're also going higher, right? On the more like larger scale, right? From here to here, and guess what's happening, bro? You're going lower on your RSI as well, right? From here to here. So again, you have this divergence, you have this divergence, you have double, right? Even from here to here, you're also going lower, right? So you don't have it on that first part, you do have it here on the second part. So again, you have that divergence playing out. Potential price action to the downside. Just be careful with your trades on this token. Again, sitting at 15 cents or 15.93 cents would actually be $0.15, right? You pray ICX pumps, you're guessing. Dude, don't guess. Look for technicals, right? Look for news, look for technicals that we might get something better, right? From here going lower, you're making more negative momentum, and like I said, from here to here, do have that bullish divergence, right? You just play it out very slightly. So again, I would expect for this to play a little bit more before you actually pump. I'm not sure if this is going to keep on playing to the upside, right? You might break off this structure, that this down sloping triangle to the upside, and it'll probably break you out of this falling wedge, and it could become very bullish, man, right? Breaking this down sloping triangle to the upside, would certainly see you break out of this, and this a measure move from where you're at, right? And considering this is low to high, right? If you break to the upside, it could put you at like 35 cents, right? I'm not sure whether or not you're gonna get that, but even a measure move from this much smaller potential symmetrical triangle of sorts, or down sloping triangle, would be getting you at 23 cents. So again, let's wait and see how this keeps on developing, right? I did say that David sent me something. I want to check that out real quick. Let me look at Instagram. I think he sent it to me as a message. Where's my Instagram? Where's my Insta? There it is. It should be probably around here. And snap, where are the comments, bro? Can I see the comments on Instagram web browser? Probably not, because it's just freaking... The web browser for Instagram is just crappy, bro. Doesn't let you do shit. I can see it here. I'm gonna have to go on my phone. I do want to look at what is this coin? XLM. But David sent me something regarding XLM, and I kind of want to touch base on that real quick. He told me he wasn't gonna be able to make it. He's working, and like I said, guys, that's fine. If you work, that's fine with me, dude. You don't have to like give me a rundown of your life. You know. When you're here, and I appreciate it. And when you can't be here, that's fine as well. So, where is the chat, man? Shit, it's not showing up, man. He sent it to me on Instagram? Yeah, I think he sent it on Instagram, bro. Yeah, I can't find the chat right now. Anyways, David, dude, send me that link you sent me again on Instagram. I can't remember if you sent it on Instagram or on something else. But do send it to me. Oh, here it is, the chat. Finally, found it. I couldn't. It wasn't showing up on the screen. That little like paper airplane. Anyways, he sent me this. Right? He said, slowly game more and more ignited. XLM for the win. 800,000 plus Shopify merchants can now accept Stellar payments. Free, no fees to accept payment. Unlimited. Snap it closed. Accept any token on Stellar network. Currency support, and then it just kind of stops. So I didn't find that article, dude. If you do have it, send it to me, and let's look at Stellar real quick, right? Let me bring the stream back up here on my cell phone, because I do want to keep on tabs as to what is going on with the chat and everything here. Anyways, so let's go look at Stellar for David, because he's probably gonna watch this on the replay. We're gonna have it here towards the end. What is happening with Stellar, man? Well, on the daily, right? Yesterday had a nice green day, hitting that resistance, dude, of 0.65. Right, the 6 cents or 0.06 dollars, sorry, or 0.06512.533. That'll be the full number. Anyways, hitting it twice, man, and you can't not be able to get above it. Anyways, you're also hitting The 382, which gives you that retrace, right? That is 06556486. Anyways, man, that's a mouthful. Staying above that 20 MA, which is nicely, but again, contraction of the Bollinger Bands. Going with the market, right? High, lower high, less positive momentum, and lower on your RSI, sitting at 52.94 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour, man. On the 4 hour, right, we can see this nice shift in momentum, right? You can see them nicely here. And if we put the heck in a shoe, you'll be able to see it very beautifully, man, like that, right? Anyways, that's it for this. Let's look at, you're going lower again here, right? So you're going lower, nothing there. On the bottom part, man, you kind of make more negative momentum here. So again, you're going higher, going lower. You could be making hidden, right? And I didn't talk about that one the other day, but you'll be going from here to here. And you'll be going from here slightly higher. And again, you'll be making that hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation, but the only thing is that you might also, I think you have it here on the RSI, but very slightly, man. Again, that's it for this on the 4 hours. Let's look at the 1 hour and see what's happening with XLM, right? XLM on the 1 hour, right? Impulse up, sloping consolidation. Like I said, when you see that, it's not good. It's bearish. Look at this, man. You're going up. Guess where you're going on your MACD, man? Going down, right? You're losing strength on your MACD, right? You're losing that positive momentum, sorry. And on your RSI, you're fine. You're going with the market again from here to here, right? I'm not sure if this is higher or lower. I'm gonna have to look at this closer. You are very slightly higher here. So again, you're going lower. Not really. I mean, how far off are we, right? That would be the question. The closing will be 065024, 06499. So again, it's very, very close, man. I believe the line and the thickness would just make it seem even, right? See, it would seem like they're just both more or less on that same plane. I'm not gonna call it bearish divergence just because it's really not, but I mean that's probably what's playing you down to the downside, right? Getting below that 20 MA, again, not the best. Getting some contraction on the Bollinger Bands, that's potentially good. And sitting at 51.43 on the RSI, guys. That's it. Again, from here to here, going higher, right? So you have that. You're also lower on your negative momentum, right? So again, not much going on with this right now. You gotta break above that 0.651, so you can like look at higher prices. And even then, we already have everything plotted out. Next resistances, right? And where we could go. Anyways, do you guys want to look at something else? Do let me know. So yeah, do let me know. Do I like Raven? I've heard of them. I've never looked into them as a project. But we can look at them. Alright, Raven. Raven on the daily, yesterday positive, right now negative, below that 20 MA, again, not the best. Kind of broke below it 2 days ago. Right now, you broke above it, and right now you're below it again, not the best looking right now. I hope that this day you can get above it again and show more bullish signs, but right now you're starting to make negative momentum, sitting neutral on your RSI at 49.30. We're doing something, man. Higher high, more positive momentum, so you don't have anything going on here to here. It's lower, right? So again, you're making less negative momentum. So again, you don't have anything. You're kind of going with the market. This would seem to be putting you on a slight uptrend, man, on Raven, right? So we're going like, I'm not gonna pinpoint it, dude. I just want to show it real quick. You'll be going like something like that, right? Anyways, that's it for Raven on the daily. Let's go into the 4 hours. Where are we in the 4 hours? So again, I'm gonna get rid of this channel because I didn't chart it properly. I just wanted to point out that it's on an uptrend. Sitting below that 20 MA, making positive momentum right now, and sitting neutral on the RSI at 44.09. I'm gonna try to pinpoint that upsloping channel in a smaller chart. I just want to show it on the 1 hour. It's not that I'm ignoring it. I just wanted to have better touch points, right? So again, what are we doing here on the more micro scale, right? So high, higher, high. So here you had some bearish divergence, right? So from here to here, slightly going higher. From here to here, definitely going lower, right? And also on your RSI, right? Going lower. So again, that's why you broke to the downside. These, unless we look at the 1 hour and see if any of these are lower, and we might be making some bullish divergence. That's probably why we come to the upside, but we're looking on the 1 hour right now. Anyways, on the 4 hours, sitting neutral on the RSI, I said like 44.71, making that positive momentum, right? Anyways, let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, above that 20 MA, if you're touching it right now, you're gonna test it, making less positive momentum again, and sitting at 52.81 on the RSI, which puts you very neutral again. Higher high again, that's fine. On the lower areas, right here, look, man, same thing that happened with Bitcoin, right? You're here, you're going to like a lower point, right? And then from here, you will be going to 0, making that bullish divergence on your histogram and on your RSI, right? So again, you do have that bullish divergence, price action to the upside, you get that nice bump, still moving upwards, but guess what, bro? Like I said, right, you're moving upwards, right? You're making higher highs, and guess where you're going with your histogram? Down, right? Making the bearish divergence. Here you are still making highers, right? 62.02, 63.08, slightly lower actually, 62.80. Oh man, this is not looking good either. 62.93. So again, even though that line looks flat, and I thought this was higher than this, it's not, dude. It's actually like ever so slightly downsloping. So again, you would have that downsloping on the RSI as well. So again, making bearish divergence, price action to the downside. You're getting it, like I said, touching that 20 MA. Guess what can happen, man? If you drop to here, you're probably gonna make more. Maybe you maybe don't make that much negative momentum, right? You maybe get somewhere around here. You create again bullish divergence and try to pump to the upside, right? But you have to drop to this level again. I'm not sure how good that's gonna be playing out, right? Anyways, if you did watch yesterday, we did call Bitcoin and XRP on the dot what it was gonna do. I toasted it up on Twitter, and then yeah, that's it. I told you I was gonna do that channel, man. I forgot to put it. Anyways, I do want to get those this a little bit better. It might not be a channel, man. It might be like you. Let me see. Let me see this. Don't ignore that wake and go from here to here. You will be in like a rising wedge, right? That's not the best. And then I can even go here, and then it wouldn't matter. But you're in like a rising wedge, and those are usually bearish. So potential price action to the downside of this upsloping wedge. I didn't like the channel because it didn't look good. I mean, the shorter trends, it's definitely upsloping, right? So again, on the daily, we definitely have this, and they both would be like upsloping, right? So you'll be going like from here to here, and from here to here, right? So again, slightly like they both are still converging. It's not that in between a channel and a upsloping wedge, right? So again, you could potentially see that price action. Anyways, that is at least from September 18th. If you look at the more macro picture, right? If we go like from here, again, I don't want to just want to be bearish on this, right? If you go from here and you go like from here, maybe you get those touch points. Yeah. On the I'll try to do it on the wicks. It'll look a little bit better, and you could certainly do it on the wicks, right? 1, 2, 3 touch points, and then on the bottom part you do have 1 and 2 at least. And again, you could have this sort of like falling wedge, which would be bullish again, price action to the upside. But again, being in this slightly upsloping wedge could certainly bring it down to this part, and you wouldn't have any problem. And the more major pattern, the larger pattern, is a falling wedge. So again, you can potentially pump to the upside. Anyways, from here to here, that's it, man. Or you can even, I wouldn't call it a symmetrical triangle, but you know, that's where you would be at right now. If you wanted to make it less steep and get maybe more touch points, you could go here, and it will certainly look more like a downsloping channel. But again, it just depends on what you want to see, right? That's why I point out different variables. Falling wedge, maybe like like downsloping channel if you take it from here to here and then down, right? Or here like an upsloping channel, or a rising wedge. Again, it just depends on what you want to look at, what time frame, how far back you want to go. I mean, if you want to look at this on the monthly, right, it does certainly seem like that falling wedge is certainly a possibility, right? It even seems a lot more likely than this like rising wedge that we have. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Yeah, maybe, bro. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the market cap is for this, etc. but someone can come in and like you maybe rise to here and you know, wait. If you go above this right upper part of that up down something wedge, you'll certainly be striving to hit a measure move, right? So the low would be here, and when you break, you can certainly go to like 0.07, right? But I would wait for like, you can trade it, right? You can trade the low to the high of this downsloping wedge. That's a strategy some people use, right? So you would buy somewhere around this area if it goes down, and then sell when it gets to the stop part, and then buy here again, and then sell here again. You know, if that justifies your trading strategy, you could do that, right? That's how you trade triangles and fallen wedges. You buy the tops and the bottom. You buy the bottoms and you sell the tops, right? Again, but no, you don't always come up to this top area, right? Anyways, yeah, that's it for this one, right? So just be careful with your strategy. If you break outside of these, wait for a candle confirmation close outside of that wedge. And again, it's a large pattern, so it's going to take time to play out, right? Anyways, this is a bullish pattern. Just in the shorter term, you're looking a little bit more bearish, right? Anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Yeah, I hope that you have a great Thursday night and enjoy it tonight, right? Anyways, Bitcoin, just to look at it before we leave, right? Sitting very neutral. That candle today doing nothing, right? 0.00, actually, we see it up here, right? 0. Here, 0.03, again, not doing much. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow. Again, if you can't show up, that's great. And if you can because you're busy with work and life, etc., you know, that's fine as well. Catch your replay. Anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. Like I said, I'll see you tomorrow.